Hey folks, welcome back to Hot Tub Beer Review. Tonight, we're going to go visit our friends at Sierra Nevada again, out of Chico, California. We're going to have the Hop Bullet Magnum Edition. Stick around.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing, and we welcome you. Thank you for joining us on our show today. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. Gentlemen, what are we drinking today? Welcome to the show, gentlemen. What are we drinking?
Sierra Nevada Hop Bullet Magnum Edition Imperial IPA. Big boy at 9.5. I'm sure Ben's going to love this one.
You sounded like you were speaking to a foreign dignitary who didn't understand English very well. We welcome you.
We welcome you.
Well, we do have a good international viewership.
Yes, I think it's probably about time that we translate our videos into other languages to help with that. I wonder how some of our southern phrases would and dialect would translate.
Y'all.
Oh no, you try and claim some phrases are purely from the South where you're wrong.
Thanks for reminding me that I'm wrong every once in a while. Keep me grounded, Andy. Keep me grounded.
Yeah, well. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Either of y'all had this one?
I don't know. I was looking.
I do not think I have. I have one in the fridge, though. That is not this one particularly.
Yeah, I'm trying to see all my friends list who's had it.
I bought it right after I got it from you. So, because I had it at my local shop.
I have had this.
At least we know who's going first.
Yeah, I had this because of the planning schedule. I tried to use it, and we ended up not using it, so I drank it. I had two of them.
Well, the Hop Bullet, it's an Imperial IPA, as the label says. 9.5% ABV, 48 IBUs, which I'm very astonished at the 48 IBUs for such a high ABV, especially considering some of the very high, the high ABV IPAs that we've had in the past have typically had a very high IBU to them.
And you would expect that with the Hop Bullet Magnum Edition, with the big picture of a hop on there. I mean,
yeah, it's interesting. And that could be wrong, but I think I saw that on two sources. This is a seasonal. It's available January through March. And it uses a large amount of Magnum hop. It's the Magnum edition of Hop Bullet. And it also has Eureka, Helios, and Idaho 7 hops. And it's got some malt in it too, which you can definitely tell as soon as you taste it. Crystal malt, oats, two-row pale, wheat, and white wheat. This is where I'm kind of gives flavors of grapefruit, orange rind, and pine resin.
Orange rind?
Mm-hmm.
I can get the orange rind. I don't get as much of the grapefruit.
Get a hint of the rind at the end there.
What's the difference between orange rind and orange peel? What's the orange rind?
I
think they're synonymous.
Okay.
No, the orange rind is the inside, the white inside.
Okay.
The peel is on the outside.
Okay. Got it.
So when you do like an old fashioned, you use an orange peel from the outside.
Got it. Okay. That's why we do the show.
That is why we do the show.
Not really, but
Parts of the fruit, differentiation. Well, this is our final, well, I won't say final Sierra Nevada, but of the multi-pack and the 2 add-ons that we got from the past. Started
It's
reviewing
the
the past
final
one.
one we have in inventory.
Yeah, 4 months. So, gosh. Pale Ale, Torpedo, Flipside, Snowed In, Bigfoot, and then this one, right? Just flipped the script.
Winter warmer.
Interesting. We saved the Snowed In's a winter warmer.
Yeah.
Interesting. We saved the Imperial IPA for last.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, Chico, California, was founded in 1980. Regional brewery. Said it over and over and over. He started as a home brewer, and then he opened a home brew shop in Chico, and then which sold home brewing supplies, and then eventually moved to brewing. There's more history, and look up Pale Ale.
All right.
Yeah.
What we got, huh?
There's another Sierra Nevada in Mills River, North Carolina. It's interesting. 2 breweries, both coasts, still a regional. They're not producing enough to become macro.
Yeah.
Was part of that because they're still family owned, operated, whatnot. They
And
haven't
argued
sold
over.
to big conglomerate.
And I guess that's kind of like same thing with what's the beer, the Hawaii one? It's got all the breweries everywhere. Kona.
Maui Brewing? Oh, Kona?
Yeah. Because, they've Hawaii, but then there was like New Hampshire, and Colorado, and
Yep.
I think they had 4 around the US.
They got like 4 or 5
like that.
brewers.
And I think Maui's doing the same type thing now. I mean, I continue to see more and more Maui brewing across the states.
I'd really like to try Kona's brewed in Hawaii to see the water difference. Yeah, the water plays a big part of it. So you don't think the water makes a difference?
I don't think I could taste the difference when I was there.
I'm just curious.
I mean, Maui Brewing was good while I was there. I really haven't had anything local.
Corporate, if you're watching this show, we need a trip to Hawaii. We're going to take beer from the mainland with us of Kona or Maui and drink it while we're there. No?
No, I'm sorry. We can't even get a trip down the road. There ain't no way in hell we're going to Memphis. I mean, Hawaii.
We can dream. All right. Jay's had this before. I'll go first.
Yeah.
You've had it too? When have you had it?
Yes. What do you like, volunteering? No, you have to go first.
I didn't realize you'd had it. I missed that part.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, guess what, guys? I'll go first. I'll go first on this one.
Selfless Ben.
That's right. So for me, what I pull out of this mostly is the pine resin. This one, I don't get the grapefruit so much. I don't really even get the orange rind. I mean, I get a little bit of, some of a fruit or tropical flavor. I mean, just it's minute for me. I just can't get past the pine, resin on this one, which is, typical for me. I mean, that's tends to be what I don't like so much in a beer is that bitter. It's not overly bitter, but it's the piney bitter. If you've had an IPA or a West Coast, I'm not saying it's to that level, but that's just what I draw out of this. For me, it's all pine resin. Again, not to the level of necessarily a West Coast, but that's just what I pull. Um, I mean, it's crisp. It does not seem like 9.5% at all to me, personally. So it's not, real boozy, so per se. So I, I think it's okay. I mean, it's for an IPA, and me not being the IPA guy, as we always say. I mean, this probably is one of those that it's more or less a one and done for me. It's like I don't have, now that I've had it, I don't have to go have it again. There are other IPAs, if I'm going to get an IPA, that I'd rather have than this one. And so I'm going to give this one a 7. I think it's okay. Probably a better IPA if you like IPAs, and this is more your thing. But for somebody who is on the fence on IPAs, this one falls in the okay range.
Yeah, so I will graciously go next, Andy. Let you drink some more. Um, Ben, I hear what you're saying, but the pine resin is not overpowering this. I can pick up the grapefruit. I can pick up a little bit of the orange rind. The one thing that you didn't say that I almost pick up on, and the beer that I can kind of, this is like a weaker version of it, but it reminds me of Hop Slam. It almost has a honey flavor to it.
Mhm.
And Hop Slam's on a different level than this, but this would be another substitute. Maybe that's because of the high ABV. I really like that. Uh, the flavor on it's good. I wish it had a little more pop to it. I don't know how else to put it, but it's really good. I can pick up all those flavors and a little bit of honey almost. So I'm going to give it a 7.5. I like it. It's one of the better ones out of Sierra Nevada, in my opinion. I'm not a big torpedo and pale ale guy, but this one I like a lot better.
It's funny you mentioned the honey, because actually the first sip, that was actually the first thing that came to my mind, was that sweet of the honey. I kind of forgot about it, honestly, as we kind of went through the review, and I had more sips of it. But when you said that, that was the first thing I actually thought of on the very first sip.
And maybe that's because of the high ABV and they got to get it up there with the sugars and whatnot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
could be.
Andrew,
Andy.
over to you.
Yeah, that's something that we found with a lot of these high ABVs, IPAs. The that malt, that sweet malt feel to it, then followed by some are more floral, some are just go into bitter and pine. Hop Slam was one, Gorilla Knot another. Uh, there's a couple others that I recall us talking about, and it's just the amount of sugars required to reach that level. Even though some of them don't even claim to add like honey, though Hop Slam does, right?
Yeah. Hop Slam has it on the can and they
Yeah.
advertise that.
And Ben, I'm just going to disagree with you on your flavor profiles. I think you're just, I mean, all the flavors that it mentioned, the notes, they're subtle. They're not. I can't make out one over another, but you get hit with that maltiness, that sweet maltiness, but then it transforms into a little bit of the rind. Resin is the mild, and I think you're just Mr. Sensitive.
I have a resin sensitivity.
And this is a heavy feel to it. I mean, it's not light. It's
Mhm.
I mean, it's a thicker IPA on the palate there. Malt coating. But I've had it before. I liked it, and I've got another one in the fridge. I think I'll like it too. I give this a 7.5. Definitely better than the Torpedo. So that was just extra IPA. This is Imperial.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the description you had of the torpedo and how they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But to me,
Just didn't taste
it's
good.
just not one that I love.
Not good
This
enough.
one, yeah, this one is better to me. But
Yeah, the best thing about the torpedo is the name, I think. So,
well, and the process that Andy
Yeah,
described, I don't know if
yeah,
you were
they
listening
invented their
to, but
own
that's right. The
rye
um,
cone.
hopper,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
the
where they
hop
got
so
the
that
name.
that was really cool. I just wish it was a little more to my liking.
Yep, true. That is going to be a 7.3 for the Hop Bullet Magnum Edition Imperial IPA from Sierra Nevada. Where do you fall out on this one? Leave us a comment. Let us know. There's a spot to do that down below. You can also come say hey on our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. We'd love to chat with you and the others who have joined us. Come by and say hello there. It is a chat room. It is free. Do not be scared. Come check us out on all our social media links down below as well. We are everywhere. Friendster, MySpace, all the places where all the cool kids are. That's where we are. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. It is free to do, and we would definitely appreciate you doing so. Lastly, if you have any interest in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, we have a link down below where you can pick up some of the stuff that Jay is displaying, cup, shirt, koozie, some other things as well. Go check that out and grab something. Again, thanks for checking out this video and sticking around with us this long. For Andy and the Attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mates.